And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Opening carry of the game for Cordarrelle Patterson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. On 1st down, it's Patterson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. It's caught here by Adams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now Carr. Caught on the right side by Adams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's fourth down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down.
93.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Brian Poole on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Here's Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They'll run on first down. Patterson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle there by Brian Poole. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Mond. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Bilal Nichols make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the Raiders are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll hand it to Drake here on the option.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Patterson on the carry.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. He'll buy some time right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From midfield, here's Carr. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson. Up and good. And that'll make the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That's Crosby, able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you, Toto.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already showed in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team. Down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To throw his Carr. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Brings up 4th down.
Carr now to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Singletary again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
No, check that. We want Mike 52, right? Mike. You don't want none. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
3rd quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
29.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start out here with the option left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a play fake. Carr. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Now, 180. Pretty quiet. That's it.
Carr. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And we're still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now they're leading more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one at halftime? Maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Patterson.
And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball. Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
52's the mic right here, over there, right?
On 2nd and 10, Mond. He's going deep for Brown. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play there for the Raiders.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps,
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Thaddeus Moss, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mond now off of play action. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They go play action here. Mond.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brian Poole.
And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Flush to his right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Clelin Ferrell. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now Mond.
He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Adams.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going deep for Brown.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On play action, now Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is over.
Well, Marty, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now it's Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.